Do you always walk away from arguments feeling like you lost? Today, I'm going to teach you 15 ways to win any argument or debate. Today, we will discuss how you can easily win any argument with simple hacks. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell so that you're always the first to get our new videos. And if you enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let's start. Of course, this doesn't mean that you should lie or exaggerate, but you should know where to emphasize. They're not meant to be answered out loud, but rather spark thought. For example, isn't it strange that you believe that? Or wouldn't it be better if? Knowing your audience allows you to tailor your argument to their beliefs and values. That's why emphasizing the benefits of your opinion is a great way to win an argument. Instead of focusing on the negatives, focus on the positive outcomes. If you're not confident in your argument, then how can you expect others to take you seriously? When we get emotional, we become less rational and more likely to say things we'll regret. Conceding is admitting that you're wrong or that there are other valid perspectives. This doesn't mean that you have to give up on your argument, but it does mean knowing when to take a step back. Research has shown that being able to concede is an important part of conflict resolution. When you're able to concede, you show the other person that you're willing to compromise, which makes them more likely to see your perspective. A call to action is a statement that tells your audience what you want them to do after hearing your argument. By understanding psychology and how it relates to arguments, you can become a more persuasive and effective communicator. These tips can be used in everyday arguments or in a more formal debate setting. Remember to stay calm, be confident, and know when to concede. Those are my 15 ways to win any argument. Do you have any other tips? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell icon so that you're always the first to get our new videos. For example, I hope you can see how important this issue is to me. By ending with a call to action, you remind your audience of the main points of your argument and what you want them to do about it. Staying calm allows you to think clearly and make your argument stronger. When you feel like you're losing control, it's time to take a step back and reevaluate. When you're able to present an argument in a clear and concise way, it's more likely that your audience will agree with you. This doesn't mean lying or exaggerating, but rather finding the core issue and focusing on it. For example, instead of talking about the benefits of exercise, focus on whether or not they believe that exercise is good for you. Once you've established that, you can move on to the other points. This doesn't mean that you should give up on your argument, but it does mean knowing when to walk away. Knowing your limits also means knowing when to stop pushing. If you feel like you're getting too emotional or that the argument is going in circles, it's time to take a break. This doesn't mean that you shouldn't use emotion in your argument. It just means staying level-headed and in control. A study published in the Journal of Conflict Resolution found that people are more likely to reach a compromise when they stay calm during negotiations. The rule of three is a rhetorical device that uses threes to create a memorable argument. For example, I'm so glad we finally got to spend some quality time together today. Using threes allows you to create a more persuasive argument by making it more memorable. It's been proven that the human brain is wired to remember things in threes. This is because 3 is a prime number and it stands out when compared to numbers that are close together. Confidence is not only in your argument, but in yourself. Believe in your abilities and believe in what you're saying. When you're confident, you come across as knowledgeable and passionate, which is a great way to persuade someone. A study published in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology found that confidence is one of the most important traits in persuasion. For example, instead of saying you'll lose everything, say you'll be left with nothing. Of course, this isn't always possible depending on the situation, but it's something to keep in mind. This technique is called positive framing, and it's been shown to be more persuasive than negative framing. In a study conducted by researchers at Ohio State University, participants were more persuaded by messages that framed the issue in positive terms rather than negative terms. You wouldn't argue about climate change with a flat earther in the same way you would argue with someone who believes in climate change. Knowing your opponent means knowing their strengths and weaknesses. It also means knowing their argument and where their beliefs lie. This allows you to prepare for the debate and know what to expect. By researching your opponent and their past arguments, you can find holes in their reasoning and know how to respond to certain statements. If you don't know your audience, you won't know what to emphasize and what to downplay. One study found that emotional appeals are more effective when the audience has decided that the source is similar to them. This means that knowing your audience and connecting with them is essential to winning an argument. The purpose of rhetorical questions is to highlight a certain point without directly stating it. This makes your audience see things from your view and consider your perspective. A good debater knows how to appeal to ethos, pathos, and logos. The bandwagon effect is a cognitive bias that causes people to do what everyone else is doing. It's basically going along with the majority opinion. For example, if all your friends say pizza is better than burgers, you might start to believe it too. Now, this doesn't mean that the majority is always right, but it is a powerful persuader. If you're trying to argue that pineapple doesn't belong on pizza, pointing out that 80% of people feel the same way about it will probably change some minds. Ethos is appealing to the audience based on character or credibility. Pathos is appealing to emotion, and logos is appealing to logic. While pathos shouldn't be the main component of your argument, it can definitely persuade someone who might be on the fence about your opinion. Research has shown that emotions play a major role in decision-making. Knowing this, it would be foolish not to use emotions in an argument. All of these psychological hacks are easy to use and can be implemented immediately. When we feel someone's opinion or belief is contradicting our own, we tend to be more critical and judgmental. This causes you to miss out on some pretty important points that they might be making. To avoid this, try to understand what they're trying to say by asking clarifying questions and restating their points in different words. It's been proven that if you show genuine interest in another person and ask them questions, they will automatically like you more. So next time you're in an argument, try to make it a conversation instead of an interrogation. You'll be surprised by how much more convincing the other person will be. So make sure you stay till the end because I saved the best for last. Welcome back to our channel, your place for the latest psychology videos. Number 1. Avoid being judgmental when someone is presenting an argument. Number 2. Practice active listening. Similar to point 1, we often think we're listening, but really we're just waiting for our turn to talk. We want to get our point across so badly that we don't even hear what the other person has to say. Active listening means paying full attention to what someone is saying and letting them finish before you respond. Not only does this come across as respectful, but it also gives you more information to use in your argument. According to research, most people only remember about half of what they hear. So repeating what the other person said shows that you were truly listening and gives them a chance to clear up any misunderstandings. An article published in Psychology Today found that only 10% of us are trained in active listening. That means you have a huge advantage over everyone else. Number 3. Appeal to emotion. Emotions are a powerful motivator and can be a great tool to use in an argument. Number 4. Ask rhetorical questions. Rhetorical questions are a great way to engage your audience and make them think about things from your perspective. Number 5. Use the bandwagon effect. Number 6. Know your audience. Before you step into any argument or debate, you should know your audience. Number 7. Emphasize the benefits. People are always looking out for their own best interest. Number 8. Know your opponent. Just like it's important to know your audience, it's also important to know your opponent. Number 9. Be confident. Confidence is key when it comes to winning an argument. Number 10. Stay calm. Staying calm is important when arguing because it allows you to be rational and clear-headed. Number 11. Know when to concede. Knowing when to concede is an important part of winning an argument. Number 12. Know your limits. Knowing your limits is important when arguing because it prevents you from getting overwhelmed. Number 13. Make it black and white. Making an argument black and white is a great way to simplify a complex issue. Number 14. Use the rule of 3. Number 15, end with a call to action. Ending with a call to action is a great way to leave a lasting impression on your audience. These are just a few tips that can help you win any argument. If you found this video helpful, let us know in the comments below. We'd really appreciate it. Please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing content. Your support means everything to us.